Hello everyone, this is Akuchi playing Bryan in a Dominion League match. Game 1. Borrow. So the draw here is archive, and that's it. The payload here involves Horde, I think. Either expanding golds into province. Maybe, yeah, probably. I like expand. To trash the estates here. There's also conquest. So Bryan goes ahead and doesn't draw with Spice Merchant to get the expand early, which is pretty reasonable. I don't think I need any farming villages. And I don't think I want any more silvers. So I might as well get an embargo. I don't really have a target that I want to embargo, but I'll embargo. Maybe I'll embargo silver or something. Okay, I guess we'll take another archive. Yeah, I don't really have a target for this. Hopefully I can get up to expand here. Not quite. Could borrow for conquest. So I'm not ready to buy provinces yet. Okay, and here we can get an expand. All right. So now we've got the expand. We want to expand estates into archives, I think. And then we'll probably pick up a horde. When we can. Definitely one more archive I want. I just realized I probably do want a farming village. But I probably don't want to buy it. Do I want a silver? Yeah, I guess. Because I'm going to want to play Spice Merchant in its plus buy form along with expand. So I'm going to want, well, yeah, I'm going to want one farming village. Conquest is a way to fuel Spice Merchant. But I think the Horde expand province thing is probably better. Interesting. So the expand I don't actually have a good target for. I think I might want the Horde now and maybe borrow and get an archive. Got a lot of draw with these archives. Spice Merchant will be trashing silvers now, I guess. No, I probably have some coppers in those archives. So Bryan has trashed all his estates at this point. I have 2 left. So Bryan just buys a silver, gains the last archive. Okay. I think I'll take the estate and the expand. I can trash the copper or not. The choice is mine. So what am I going to gain here? I can gain a royal carriage or I can gain a farming village. I think I prefer the royal carriage. I can use it on Spice Merchant to trash once non-terminally and once terminally, and then still have an action remaining for expand. Or I can use it on expand just to get all the payload. And then I have 7 coins in hand with a horde. I could just buy a province, get a gold. Seems okay. I can also use royal carriage on archive if I need more draw. So I think we each have 5 archives. Not 100% on that. He might have 6. Okay, so Bryan gets rid of his Spice Merchant while he still has some copper left, which is interesting. Gaining a horde. I can't draw that horde. Alright, so I'm going to have a lot of archives. Okay. Alright, this is good. I think we'll get another royal carriage. Only one buy, only thing to do. Alright, so now we're clean of estates. We have, I think, 1 or 2 copper left. This turn is dead. We have a lot of archives in our shuffle that missed. That's pretty unfortunate. Might do a conquest here. Ooh. I almost had enough to end the game here. But I don't have enough. I can't play the expand. Usefully here. Yeah, I can't figure a way. I have archives in here, so it's probably okay to borrow, but I think I might just want to buy a duchy. No, conquest has to be better. Okay. So how are we going to use these royal carriages? We can use them on the expands to pile out the provinces. Expand province into province 3 times and then buy a province. We'll see if that works out. Bryan can't do that because he doesn't have the royal carriages. You can get 2 provinces though, in which case I don't really need to use the royal carriage on expand. I might end up using expand on some spare archives, depending on how things go, because I can use the royal carriages on the archive. At least one of them. I have at least 1 copper left as a spice merchant target. Maybe more. If Bryan buys the province, it should be pretty easy for me to win. And if he doesn't buy it, it should also be pretty easy for me to win. Because then I can use one royal carriage on archive draw, and the remaining royal carriage expanding into province. Goes for a duchy. That's pretty unfortunate. Do I need the plus buy? I don't think so. Okay, so looks like we can't end the game this turn. That means we don't want to buy a province, which means we definitely should have taken the spice merchant. It's like theoretically possible for Bryan to get 3 provinces. Right, he'd have to buy 2 of them though. No, he doesn't have the spice merchant anymore. So leaving 3 provinces is very safe. So I need to take the expand to get 2 duchies, it looks like. And then I don't think I want to call that royal carriage. I think I'd rather leave that royal carriage. These points aren't going to matter. And I'll just get a duchy. Leaving the royal carriage on the mat still gives me an opportunity to get 3 provinces this turn if it all works out. So I have 2 archives in my hand, 6 cards in deck, so I'm not going to use the royal carriage on the archives. I have 2 provinces in my hand already, so those are targets that I can mill. Well, I guess also I could use a royal carriage on the archive and then have an archive as one of the targets I want to expand into province. If he takes a province here and there are only 2 left, that would be, I think, my play. Interesting. So Bryan is dancing around the provinces there. Alright, so with what I have here, I can get a gold, a silver, and a silver into my hand. Yeah, I mean, I can double mill the province, so yeah, I should have this. Alright. That's game one. And that was our start. Now it's Bryan's start. Wolfden and Labyrinth. We've got Page, Mountebank, Vampire. A lot of strong cards here. I don't know what the best 4 cost here is. I really want the 5s. Silver gives me the best chance at getting a 5, but it also means it's possible for Page to miss a shuffle, which is going to be bad. Eventually I'm going to want to... Well, I might not want to trash with Temple, because Vampire might take care of that. So I think we'll get Silver. Bryan opens with Temple. I'm hoping to hit 5 here. Well, not. It doesn't look like it's going to happen unless I draw an estate here. So I would need to have all 5 copper there. Pretty unlikely. Let's go ahead and get a Blessed Village for a chance at getting 5. Yeah, we'll take that next turn. Of course. So the draw here is going to be Catacombs. I'll pick up a Vampire first. I'm probably going to want a Mountebank, although it's not going to hit too much because Champion's going to come out. Pawn. Pawn is the plus buy here, it looks like. I'll get another Vampire. Do I want a Temple at this point? Probably not. So pawn, I'm going to need one of those eventually. Might as well get that now. I'll get one Mountebank, I think. And then I'll go in for Catacombs with the rest of my gains. So I'm envious, which doesn't give me a whole lot to do. I guess I'll take a merchant. I don't think additional pages are too exciting. Did my warrior do anything? My warrior trashed his treasure hunter, but he has a warrior, so it's not a big deal. I think 2 vampires is usually a good number to get, but it could be the case that 3 is fine on this board. Because I did just get attacked by a mountebank. That's not a very attractive boon. Get another merchant. Here we've got terminal collision. I play the hero, of course. There's something to be said for gaining a silver here instead of a gold. I've become miserable. Because with Wolfden, gaining a gold with hero commits myself to buying a gold at some point in the future, which I might not want to do. See, I could be wrong, but I think I'm going to gain a silver here. Alright, champion early. That's very nice. I must have gotten pretty fortunate because Bryan went first and he got trashing, but I was able to get my champion first. Oh no, he played the catacombs and discarded the hero. He's definitely a lot cleaner than I am. Do I want another pawn at this point? I think so. I think I have enough economy to make use of 3 buys. At some point, buying Temple is going to be worth a reasonable amount of points. Yeah, I'm unaffected by the vampire hexes. Okay. We will get a 3rd vampire, I think. Yeah, I think it's worth it. Oh, interesting. I had a lot of coins. War trashes a merchant. No big deal. Bryan gets his champion into play. I want to grab as many catacombs as I can. Well, I want to grab the remaining 2 catacombs. Okay. So 2 vampires can gain 2 catacombs. So I think I'll pick up a province and a pawn here. That's a little scary because we don't have any catacombs. We have 2 cards we're going to get through. Hopefully we can find one. We're going to want to pick up another mountebank because of Wolf Den. No luck. Alright, so we can pick up the mountebank from the vampire. I guess we need another Blessed Village also. We're 1 coin shy. If we had used the pawn for plus buy, we'd have 6 coins and 2 buys, which might have been better. Oh well, let's pick up Blessed Village. I think that's the best we can do. And we got 6 VP there because we have all bats, no vampires. Which is fine. We're gonna do like 1 more cycle. And we're gonna want to trash some cards and then have the vampires available to gain duchies on our next turn. We should come pretty close to drawing the deck this turn, I think, with 5 catacombs. So Bryan doesn't have a province yet. He has 1 vampire and 1 bat, I believe. 15 victory points, that's really strong. Okay, so my situation is I have some unique still. What are my uniques? Well, champion is unique. And that's not going to change. Province is unique, but that's giving me a net 3 VP. Maybe that's what's going on here. That cancels out. -6, yeah. Alright, that checks out. So I don't need to worry about getting any more uniques. Yeah, the temple thing he's got going on is pretty nice. He's got 4 pawns now. 1 more than I do. 5 pawns. It looks like he's eyeing for a pile out. So I just need to make sure that I stay ahead on points. I think we can draw up everything. Definitely going to want at least 3 buys. Oh, an estate might be unique also in my deck. So if I draw a merchant here, then the last pawn can be coin buy. So I'm trying to decide if I need a 4th buy. Three merchants, that's 3 coins. The pawn is 4, 8 from the mountebanks. So I can get 2 provinces and a pawn and trash some copper. Seems okay. Okay. So I can use the bat to trash the estates rather than the copper. Pick up a pawn. How valuable is that pawn? Well, how valuable are the copper? I think the estates are not valuable. Okay, hopefully that's enough VP such that he does not have an easy pile out. It would be in Blessed Village and pawn, I guess. So if I grab 3 duchies as planned here, that's gonna make my deck pretty messy. What are the alternatives? Miserable is how that math worked out. Just trying to figure out what I was missing with the VP. Well, I should be looking for a pile out also. I have 4 pawns and 3 vampires. So if I use all the pawns for plus buy, I have 5 buys, I have 8 gains total. So with the piles as they are, it would be possible for me to buy 2 provinces and empty pawn in Blessed Village. Theoretically, but practically perhaps not. Yeah, there's still a possibility that I can get a win here. We'll see how it goes. A duchy doesn't help him in the short term, except that he does have a vampire, I think. There's a bat in the trash, which is awkward. He might be thinking about buying the vampire, which will give him 3 VP. The alternative is to buy a duchy, gain a duchy, which will give him 6 VP. Okay, he took a different line. That makes it easier for me to pile. And I have one more pawn in there, I think. So getting one province is not enough. Okay, so what do I need to win? I'm going to have 5 buys and then 3 vampires. If the vampires gain Duchy, Duchy, and Merchant, and I get Province, Merchant, 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 Pawn. I don't think I have the coins for that. That would be enough. Okay, so another potential line is if I use 3 vampires for 3 merchants. Yeah, the question is whether this pawn is going to be coin buy or coin and draw card or buy and card. And I think we know that we need another buy, right? Because if we had 4 buys, that gives us 7 total gains. Well, if we could get province, province, pawn, merchant, but that's not realistic. Maybe we can do an estate thing? Province, estate, estate. That's not quite enough. So we need duchies. I wonder if 3 duchies is enough. 9. 3 duchies ties. And all I need are 14 coins for that. I don't know if we can win, but I think we can tie. Right, so if we get 4 merchants and a pawn, and then we gain 3 duchies. That's a tie. An alternative is to buy 2 provinces and gain 3 duchies. Can Bryan beat that? I think he can. And all he needs to do then is just buy 1 province and then get some points from duchies. And potentially, like, he can get points from vampire or something. Alright, let's just make sure we don't have a win here. If we buy province, pawn, merchant, merchant, which we can do, but gaining the duchy doesn't give us any points at that point. So we're short. Yeah, I think the tie is the best I can do. Apparently there was a win. Also, even if I wasn't hurt by wolf den points, a province and a duchy is only 9 points, which is the same as 3 duchies. So I don't think I had a win. Alright, looking at a new board. That game is over. The draw is Tragic Hero, which is a little bit awkward. Trashing is also awkward. We probably want to mint at some point. There's like a big bank thing. Like Tragic Hero mint lets you gain banks very easily. Maybe it's a bishop thing also. I'm not sure. Maybe that could have been a vassal. No. If we're going for banks, then a silver's going to be better than a vassal. I think here we want an overlord. Native village. That's one way to get rid of estates. I don't see a ton of good ways to like set that up though. Hopefully I'm not missing something, but I don't like native village here. Oh, this is interesting. Oh, okay. 2-5. That makes sense. Tragic Hero is definitely going to be the best thing we can play here. Do we want another overlord? So we have an estate and 3 coppers in our next hand. Eventually I want that mint. Kind of want it sooner rather than later, but we'll get one more overlord. Yeah, maybe next turn. This could be the mint turn. This is not the mint turn. I'm gonna get one more silver. There's also pilgrimage. We should look for opportunities to set that up. Pilgrimage is going to be good with Overlord, Tragic Hero, like Bank, something like that. I think I'll get a Tragic Hero here. I think I want to use Overlord as Bishop here. And then buy a Tragic Hero. I don't feel very confident about the way I've been playing this game. Bryan doesn't trash. I wonder what his hand is. Thinking about Warehouse here for this Overlord. Could Bishop, but then I don't get to 4. And I need to get to 4. I mean, I guess I could buy a Warehouse. Gets a bank, presumably. Yep. Mint. Hopefully next turn I don't just see Tragic Heroes with no Overlord. That would be sad. Tragic even. That's not a fantastic pilgrimage, but it's okay. It's a pretty thin deck. All right. Ooh, that's very nice. He could probably do with some more treasures. Pros and cons of playing this. Yeah, I'm gonna play it. Okay. Now I can get Pilgrimage and mint. I don't have 2 copper left. It's a bad turn. It's about as bad of a turn as you can get. That being said, I wouldn't really want to be playing Bryan's deck just because of I imagine the native village choices would be frustrating. It's a copper. Of course, I don't draw my bank. Of course. Why would I? And I have a warehouse for no reason. I wonder if raid could ever be correct. Vassal confuses me there. So there's some good news. Okay, so we can get a good pilgrimage here. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, pilgrimage doesn't actually let me gain overlords. And with 5, I think we want to get another tragic hero. Man. Of all the draws. I guess there are worse draws. Pop the native village. Too soon? Is like the bank split? Is that a thing? Is Bryan gonna buy out the banks before I can mint one? He might. I think Bryan has 6 banks right now. I think he has 7 banks right now. Maybe somehow we can miraculously win. I probably can't give Bryan another turn, right? We can win if we get all 3 provinces. I guess we have 3 banks, right? No, maybe... Yeah. If we have 3 banks, we get a gold. Multiple golds? I think it's not impossible for us to win. I say we go for it. Okay, but how do we draw the last gold? Maybe we don't. Is it enough? Playing the banks for 4, 5, and 6 coins on top of the 5. That's 20 coins. Yeah, that's enough. Wait, is 3 provinces enough? Yeah, it's just barely enough. So it looks like we have it. Oh. Yeah, we can do better. Probably. That was definitely wrong order. Forgot about mint. But I think we win anyway. 4, 5, 6 plus 5. Yeah, should be fine. Well, can't say that we deserve to win that one. I'd say we snuck out that victory. Okay. We've got governor. We got throne room. Trashing is bad, though. Trashing is certainly bad. But the draw is so strong, and you can kind of sift through stuff with archive and stables that it's going to be a big thing. So what do we start with? I think we start with archive. Oh wait, plus buy. Is there plus buy? There is no plus buy. Okay. So this game is going to be fast. I still think so. We're going to have a bandit. Winning the governor split isn't super critical because of throne room, I think we want one archive to start, and then we go in for governors. And we end with a bandit? Is my thinking? Once the governors are gone, probably. I mean, it could be correct to get 2 archives, actually. Monument is an unusual choice, I think. Depending on how much Bryan draws me. Okay, he gave me a silver, so I should get yet another archive, I think. Okay, if we throne the conclave, that seems probably the best thing to do. It doesn't really matter. We can throne the archive, I guess. And we'll play that archive next turn, I guess. He's giving me some silvers that I can remodel into governors, which is nice. It's not like he has a ton of great targets. Like, he can remodel the state into silver, but that's not that exciting. Province already? I don't know about that. I mean, I don't like it. Whatever. We'll get the copper, I guess. We didn't see... Oh, the throne room is on the archive, which is not great. But we'll get a couple governors here. Yeah, throning the archive, I'm not too fond of it anymore. So I have one more silver I can remodel. I want to get a bandit this turn. Another monument. Oh, shoot. Okay. So now we want to do conclave governor. I think we can remodel a state into throne room and then buy a governor or something. I mean, another archive wouldn't hurt. Need to use one of those governors for draw. Hopefully finding an archive. Yeah, so the conclave can't be used on an archive. It can only be used on a throne room or a governor. This looks good. We might as well take the governor, I guess. We don't need the throne room. So we're going to get 2 governors and a bandit, I think. And we're hoping that we don't see... Oh, we have another throne room, actually. Okay. That's a lot of provinces. I need to make a stab at provinces this turn. Okay, so do I throne an archive? I don't think so. I think I want my throne rooms to use on governors. What if I don't draw a governor? Alright, I'll throne one archive. I need the governors now. The archives we can use later. Wow. Look, syntheses 3 governors. I did not want to see that. Okay, we can conclave, bandit. And then throne a governor. Alright, now gain gold. Remodel and buy a province. If he gets a province, I am in trouble. But I do have some silvers. Also, this hand is pretty bad. Alright, just one province. Hopefully we can deal with that. Man. I can get... Okay, what do I need to win? 2 provinces is 25 points. So I need 3 duchies on top of that? Yuck. If he gets a province, I'm toast. There's just like no way to win. Okay, remodel silver into duchy. Throne room into duchy? Ugh. Seems very bleak. I can only win through monuments now, I think. I mean, I pretty much lose if he gets a province, right? We'll just do that. Okay. Alright, so Bryan is leaving. So, finish this up on Thursday. Whose start is it? I guess we've both gone twice, so we can just do a random start for the last 2 games. So Bryan went first that game, but yeah, that was surprising. I kind of poo-pooed his first province buy, but taking provinces aggressively seemed like a pretty winning thing to do in retrospect. Without plus buy, it's just tough for the person who builds more to come back, because provinces are just so much easier to get than duchies, like pound for pound in a governor game. So yeah. Now you saw that. Governor games are fast. Okay, until Thursday.